Hi friends, I'm Beth with the National Portrait Gallery, and I want to welcome you to another introducing story time where we introduce you to the people and stories that have shaped our country. Today we're going to talk about two civil rights icons, Adam Clayton Powell Jr. and Stokely Carmichael. Adam Clayton Powell Jr. was from New York City. He started working as a leader in his church, and then he became a leader in the United States government as a member of Congress. Congress people are voted for, are elected officials that we choose to make laws or rules to help us. Stokely Carmichael also helped people. He was young when this photograph was taken in 1966, but he had already accomplished so much in the civil rights movement, including his work as a freedom rider. Freedom riders, as the name suggests, are people who rode buses to advocate for freedom. In this case, the freedom of Black people and white people to ride buses together. Freedom riders rode buses in the South in the 1960s to try and end segregation. We've talked about segregation before. Segregation is a kind of racism in which you separate people based on their differences, such as their race. Across the United States throughout history, there have been laws to keep Black people and white people separate, including on buses. Freedom riders risked their health and safety by breaking the rules of bus segregation across the southern states. Now let's go back to this portrait of these two men. Where do you think they might be? What do you notice? I see white walls, white ceiling, white floor, lots of doors on either side. They seem to be in the hallway of a building. They are in a congressional building, meaning that these doors led to offices, including probably the office of Adam Clayton Powell Jr., where he and other members of Congress made laws. What similarities and differences do you notice about these two men? I see that they are both wearing suits, though one is light and one is dark. I see that they're both standing. They're both tall, Black men. They're both laughing. It looks like they're having a fun conversation. What do you think they might be talking about? I don't know what they're conversing about, what they're talking about, though it's fun to consider. But I want to talk about two important points as we discuss this portrait of these men and things they might be discussing. The first important point is that Adam Clayton Powell Jr. was a powerful government leader at a time when not a lot of African American people had political power. Have you noticed that a lot of leaders throughout United States history have been white men? Have you ever noticed that they all sort of look alike, and have you ever wondered why that is? I know I have. There are a lot of reasons for this, but one of those reasons is segregation. These two men fought against segregation, not just on buses, but in schools, in grocery stores, in job opportunities, families in different neighborhoods, in banks, really in all aspects of ordinary life in the United States. Segregation was put in place by laws enacted by white people who then tried to prevent Black people from having political power to change those racist laws. It was incredibly unfair and wrong, but thankfully, enough voters supported Adam Clayton Powell Jr. that he served in Congress for over 25 years, and he helped change a lot of racist laws. Something else to consider is this term, Black Power. When we talk about Stokely Carmichael, we often talk about the phrase Black Power. It means that Black people are powerful. after years of being told that they didn't matter or that they were not important, Stokely Carmichael and his friends advocated for Black power, reminding Black people that they were powerful and important. Knowing that you are important and powerful is good, but it's the first step. The next step is to make sure that everyone else knows it too, and that the laws in your country reflect that power. So that's why these two men and many other civil rights leaders did things like fighting for freedom, being freedom writers, fighting for civil rights, changing laws to end segregation. In this portrait, we see these two men sharing a laugh as they continued this important work. And something that I really like about this portrait is that it reminds us that even in the hard work to end racism, there is still room for joy. So thank you for joining us for another Introducing as we talk about Adam Clayton Powell Jr. and Stokely Carmichael. We hope you can join us again for another Introducing as we learn about interesting people making history. Thank you.